Good afternoon, my weebs and gamers. Hello. Once again, hello, welcome back. How are you guys doing? Hope you have had a good January. The first month of the year is almost done. Where has this month gone? Also, why is there still fucking Nightbots? Why is there still Nightbot messages for old sponsors? Because today is not sponsored at all. It's just me today. It is just me today. Afternoon, it's still 1 a.m. in Southeast Asia. Yeah, that could have been me. That could have been me if I was still in Thailand, man. That could have been me. That should have been me. I should still be in Thailand. No Endfield sponsored stream. No, unfortunately not. No sponsored stream for Endfield because they sponsored my latest video. And that's what they use their budget on. For me, yes, if you are a little bit late, my latest video is out. Best of Anime 2025 is out on my channel. It's been a few days. And I have just been chilling since then. And by chilling, I mean preparing for my winter 2026 anime video. You're not going to play Endfield. I am eventually going to play Endfield. Eventually, God. Had this awkward moment in the Trash Taste studio yesterday when we were recording, and I walk in, and you know we're just chatting before the recording and stuff, and Connor's like, yeah, I've been playing a lot of like Arknights Endfield, and then Nabi chimes in because Nabi, he plays every gacha game known to man as well, and then Connor's like, yeah, when I was preparing for my stream for Endfield, I saw your name, Joey. I saw your name on the Discord, and it said you'd already logged in like 8 hours, and then we had like a fucking 5-minute chat about Arknights Endfield, and then I was like, wait a minute, hold on a second, what? Hold on. What world are we living in right now where you're playing a gacha game that's new and I'm the only one that hasn't played it yet? What? Am I still dreaming right now? Am I still fucking dreaming? How am I the only motherfucker in this building right now that has not played this new gacha game? What? What is going on? I'm left out of a gacha game conversation against fucking Connor and Joey. What has happened? So yes, I will eventually be playing Arknights Endfield, but as I said, they didn't sponsor me. So what that means is I can get to it in my own time. but I will get to it because I do want to play it. But before that, I did want to finish my promise and actually catch up to Wuthering Waves. I did want to catch up to Wuthering Waves before that. No circular economy this time. We were always fine too. Well, I'm okay. I'm gonna lay it out. I'm gonna lay it out like straight for you guys, right? I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but I was like, remember last time when I was like, guys, I promise I'm gonna catch up to Wuthering Waves, and then I played for a bit, and I'm like, guys, I promise I'm gonna catch up. You guys haven't seen me for a while, and I am intending to catch up. That was like always my promise, and I am going to do that today. I am going to do that. I'm going to be completely 100% transparent with you. After a few weeks, or after a week or so of like me not streaming the rest of my catch up to Wuthering Waves, Wuthering Waves hit me up. and was like, "Hey, by the way, do you want a sponsored stream?" Hey, yeah, what's up? Do you wanna play? Do you wanna play 3.1? And I'm like, I mean, I don't know if you knew I was going to do that. But I mean, of course, Wuthering Waves. Of course, I would love to play your game. That I wasn't going to. I definitely wasn't going to play before. But today's stream is not sponsored. But there is an upcoming sponsored stream of Wuthering Waves next week, where they want me to play the new 3.1 or 3.1 update. So now I am got some extra incentive to catch up before then. So, like I said, I was going to play it anyway, but an extra incentive always helps. an extra incentive. I was going to fulfill my promise, but an extra incentive always, is always a nice push. It's the circular economy. Honkai have figured out the strats down to a T. This means you got to catch up to Woowa this whole week. Yes, it does. Yes, it actually does. because I have a deadline now. I have a deadline. So that has kind of given me a break from watching some of the new stuff that has been coming out. And so we are going to be playing. We're going to chill out for a bit since it's been a while since I streamed. Let's put some music on. Yeah, we're going to chill out a bit since it's been a while since I streamed. And then we are going to be playing some Wuthering Waves. Like that sweater? Thank you very much. It's just a normal sweater, man. it's the dad sweater. How is winter 2025? For me, it's been a banger. I mean, winter 2025 had Solo Leveling Season 2. That was last year, my dude. I think you're talking about winter 2026, my guy. It's okay. It's okay. My brain is still mentally in 2025 as well. It's okay. But yeah, winter 2026 has been good. I have not seen all of the anime yet, since a lot of my time was doing work on Best of Anime 2025. But I've seen a fair few. I'm actually up to date with mostly it's the sequels I've been up to date with. I've been trying to do this new thing, and I'm not sure if it's worth it or not, but certain fan bases have forced my hands. I don't normally do this, but I've been trying to keep up with Jujutsu Kaisen weekly, because my god, if I don't keep up with it weekly, I'm going to be absorbing whatever happens anyway, whether I want to or not. So I was like, okay, for this one series, I'll make an exception so that I can spoil myself by just watching it myself. Damn, they got them spoiler buffs. Yeah, spoilers ruined it for me. I mean, I wouldn't say it ruined it for me, but it definitely has, like I said, forced my hand. And holy shit, yeah, episode 4 is fire. Holy shit, episode 4 is fucking insane. I mean, like, the first 4 episodes in general have been fucking insane. A lot of people were hyping up the new season, and I believe I said I wasn't sure how it was going to like stack up action-wise to the Shibuya arc, because that was just a masterclass of action set pieces. And just so far in these first like few episodes, it has just continued that train, and it has gotten even more stylistic. I mean, it is like episode 4 was just a Sakuga like wet dream. Like, it's obviously taking reference to some of the coolest scenes in cinematic history and putting their own spin on it. Just when I saw like the fucking Kill Bill-esque editing and the Kill Bill-esque scene, I was like, this is great. This is fucking great, man. But even after that, even after the Kill Bill kind of like scene was over, it just kept delivering and it kept delivering. And I'm like, holy shit, Mappa, how high are you setting the bar for something that is 4 episodes in? This is fucking insane. It is, yeah. It's Jujutsu Kaisen is slowly turning like even beyond just being a normal like action shonen. It is just turning into a celebration of action animation and just cinematography. You know, it's so fucking stylistic, and it always constantly does something different. Like, you know, there are other shonens that have like a specific style that it sticks to, like Demon Slayer, for example, which is fucking beautiful, fucking fantastic, and that is the Demon Slayer style. Whereas Jujutsu Kaisen feels a little bit more experimental, and it's like it feels like they are given the go-ahead just to let artists and animators just go fucking insane and do their own thing. And it's just really, really cool. It's really, really cool. I don't know what else I can say. And the memes as well. The memes right from like the first episode has just delivered. Pretty much. Oh man, yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I've had a lot of fun with Jujutsu Kaisen. The now you're hitting meme, I know, right? I was saying this, but I was just I don't know. I don't remember if I said this on stream or if I said this to Connor and Joey. I don't remember what the fuck I say anymore. But like, to me, JJK, modern JJK, has taken the place of what JoJo did like 5-6 years ago, when like you know, when it was like peak JoJo meme era, because it feels like every week a new episode airs of JJK, like a new meme comes out or something new comes out of that episode. And yeah, it's taken the lobotomy Kaisen like community has taken what the JoJo like fan base, the JoJo meme fan base built all those years ago, and have taken over with the modern fan base. And yeah, I mean, with Steel Ball Run being on Netflix, not sure if it's being a weekly release. We'll have to wait and see if JoJo memes ever have the same kind of like community presence as it used to be, as it used to have. I'll give JJK that. It has the best memes out of the popular shonen. Yeah, that's the I'm agreeing with that one. How's Gigguk doing? Gigguk is doing well. Gaunt though? That Gaunt? I don't know about that Gaunt guy. That Gaunt guy? I'm not too sure. What do you think about the Oscars excluding Demon Slayer, Infinity Castle, Chainsaw Man from Oscar nomination over K-pop Demon Hunters? I mean, I think the real Oscar snob is 100 Meters as well. I mean, obviously, I would like an anime to get more representation in like the Oscars, but fuck me, man. If some of these movies can't even get a nomination, I lost hope a long time ago. I lost hope a long time ago when, what was it, like Boss Baby beat out A Silent Voice for like Oscar nominations or something. They do not care about anime. They do not care about anime. And they won't do until a new fucking Ghibli film gets nominated. That's it. That's basically it. The best reason why is both animes are not standalone movies, in my opinion. I mean, outside of, you know, Chainsaw Man and Demon Slayer, I mean, number one, I believe there are already some movies in the Oscar nominations. I could be wrong on that. But number two, I mean, there are plenty of standalone anime movies that have just gotten snubbed by the Oscars in the past decades, you know? And yeah, that's it. Nobody cares about the Oscars anyway. Well, you know, how about anime's own award show? People care about that, right? That's gonna represent the anime that we want represented, right? Surely the anime awards can make up for the Oscars, right? Oh man. Look, this year, all I want, Mr. Anime Awards. I don't need my favorite anime to win. Just give Orb a nomination or two. Just give it a nomination or two at least. Come on, just give it a nomination or two. That's all I'm asking for. I'm not asking for the world. You know, all I'm asking is just some nominations. That's how low the fucking bar is right now for me. If Orb just gets a nomination, I would be insanely fucking happy. If Orb gets a nomination for Anime of the Year, I will be insanely happy. Gon, are you okay? No, I'm just a realist. That's it. I am just a realist, man. Oh, man. JJK3 or Solo Leveling Sweep. It's a classic. I mean, it's Solo JJK3 would not be nominated, if I understand correctly, unless they have changed which anime gets nominated. Best anime of the year goes to Expedition 33. And be honest, I feel like I heard collectively 5 people talking about Orb. I don't know if it's going to be nominated. Yes, I'm one of those 5 people. That's me. I'm one of the 5 people. And then there's Charlie as well. This Charlie. So there is at least 2 of us. There's 2 of us talking about Orb. Gone is and I've mentioned Orb in 3 separate videos, so that counts as like 3 people. Orb is in. I've mentioned Orb in 3 separate videos on my channel, so that's basically 3 separate people, right? Connor is another one. Oh yeah, that's true. That is true. That's true right there. There are 3 people swaying votes for Orb. I put Orb as Anime of the Year back in 2024. I mean, I put it as 4th, and it was like half done. And I, you know, back when 2024 finished this year, you know, the second arc of Orb, I don't believe had even ended yet. And that arc is, I mean, every part of Orb is fucking peak. Bro just wanted to glaze Orb. I am an eternal Orb glazer. I will continue glazing it, and nobody can fucking stop me. Have you seen the Dragon Ball stuff? Yeah, the Dragon Ball's coming back, right? I saw some people. Let me search up. When you're reviewing anime intros, maybe we'll do that today. Who knows? Who knows before Wuthering Waves? I don't know how long it's going to take me to catch up to all of Wuthering Waves. Dragon Ball news. Yeah, Dragon Ball Super is coming back. That's all I've No Super Saiyan 4. We still remember Dragon Ball GT. Yeah, we still remember it. That's canon, right? Dragon Ball Super. Yep. I never finished Dragon Ball Daima. A new chapter begins. So it is more Dragon Ball Super. Well, the question is Goku going to get yet another form? Yet another one. Daima has Super Saiyan 4? Ah, okay. So they actually made it canon. kind of. They acknowledge it. I wonder what hair color is next. I mean, it's getting we went from yellow, red, now we're going to white. What's next? I don't know. Rainbow. Super Saiyan LGBT. Where's Black Goku? Well, we have Goku Black. That's good enough. That's good enough, right? Right. Green Goku. Are they just gonna cycle through the entire color wheel? That's how they come up with new forms? Can't wait for Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Ultra Instinct 3. Yeah, I mean, like Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z is obviously an IP that has left a legacy far beyond it's reached an audience far beyond, I'm sure, like Akira Toriyama could possibly imagine. He has affected so many people, built a generation of turned a generation of boys into men. And even though I don't always keep up with the newest Dragon Ball stuff, this is the beginning. This is the beginning of it all. This is the beginning for so many of us. It is a legacy that cannot be understated. Also created multiple game franchises. I mean, it did a lot. So I'm not surprised at all that this is one of the biggest pieces of anime news to come out recently. Can you imagine Trails was inspired by Dragon Ball Z? I don't know if that is just a random comment or if that's actually true, because I don't see the similarities between the two. It's been a while since I saw your videos. Thank you very much, man. Well, my new video is out and has been out for a few days. Did you know that K-On! Was inspired by Dragon Ball Z? I see it. All of those slice of life episodes, yeah. I remember when Goku was drinking tea. That has you can see the lifeblood of K-On! And trace it back all the way to Dragon Ball Z. Did you know Oshinoko was inspired by Dragon Ball Z? Nah, I think Oshinoko was inspired by Orimo, actually. I'm kidding. I'm enjoying the new season of Oshinoko so far, though. It's been a good first few episodes. I am enjoying Hell's Paradise Season 3 as well. Freeren is still doing Freeren stuff. All of the new seasons has been pretty good so far. Esson Goku is in its name. Shibuyugi, I've watched the first episode of Shibuyugi, since that was an hour long, and yeah, that almost felt like Monogatari x Madoka. I don't know. That was a very, very interesting and fun show to watch. I thought it was going to be like Death Game, a little bit more trashy, but I really, really liked the direction and the atmosphere that it built on that. Interested to see where the story goes from that. It's from the same director as the incest. You can't just say that. You can't just say that. Okay, it's from the same director as Days with My Stepsister. Okay, which yes. Okay, that's the let's not boil it down. Let's say it was that particular show, Days with My Stepsister, was a really, really well directed and atmospheric anime. Whatever the subject matter was about, you know, it was a well directed show. It was a well directed show. All right. Doesn't matter what the subject matter is. Oh man. Oh, I see the similarities in direction. Yeah, exactly. Like, I feel like the atmosphere and the direction itself seems very Monogatari inspired, but what they got down from, you know, what is similar to Days of My Stepsister is this kind of like calming, atmospheric kind of show. Sentence to Be Hero. I enjoyed Sentence to Be Hero. I mean, Sentence to Be Hero is kind of jumping on the exact hole I needed to be filled after finishing Clevites. It is just nice to see a new dark fantasy that is well animated and has good production values and good world building, and it's just great. It's very, very fun. Same studio as Mushoku Tensei. From what I know, it's not the same studio because that studio binds, but it's a lot of the same core members. Studio Kai. My top 3 so far has been Oshinoko, Sentence to Be Hero, and Fire Force. I gotta catch up to Fire Force, man. I gotta catch up to Fire Force. Thoughts on JJK? Pretty much just said my thoughts like 5 minutes ago. I've been live for 41 minutes. What the fuck? Like 10 minutes ago, I guess. It was great. It's cinema. But I am not up to date with everything that's out yet, since I've just started after I finished Best of Anime 2025. So Fate I haven't watched yet, because here's what I do. Here's my anime watching strat when I have to like watch every anime in the season. I keep some of like the most hyped ones, and I'm like, all right, let's watch one hyped or highly rated show, and then let's go down and watch 3 or 4 of the other ones. And so I keep some certain shows to let me take a break from you know, when you watch like 5 like isekai power fantasies and it's all the same stuff, you're like, all right, let's go back up the list for a bit. I need the balance to be shifted. Oh man, that's a great way to watch so you don't get overwhelmed. Yeah, pretty much. I've made the mistake before where I've basically watched all the hype shows and then I have to watch, like, it used to be like 15, but now it's like 20, 30 other shows, and it's like, damn, my brain is rotting, and my brain is rotting, and I spent 2 days watching all of these anime. Did you watch Hell's Paradise? Yeah, I did watch Hell's Paradise. I'm up to date with Hell's Paradise, and yeah, it's just continuing to be a very, very enjoyable show. The mystery of the island is slowly getting more like revealed, which is nice. It's just a good show. I don't really have much to say about it though. That's the problem with Hell's Paradise. I don't have many complaints, but there's not much that's comes to mind where I'm like, yeah, this shit fucking slaps, and you should go out your way to watch it. It's just good. It's a good show. Is Oshinoko great? In this current arc, it will be good. This current arc will be good, guys. It will be good. Some would say that it will be it will peak. That's what I will say. It will peak. It is going to peak, and then we'll see where it goes from there. we will see where it goes from there. Connor's playing Super Mario 65. I think it's 65. Super Mario 65. What the fuck? What the fuck is Super Mario 65? I think the final arc is pretty great as well until the final chapters. I would say it's the whole of the final arc that I had issue with. It's funnily enough, it's the entire final arc I have a problem with. It's the actual ending that I think was overhated, but the entire final arc is I don't think we can defend that. I don't think we can defend that. I need entire chat to start watching Journal with Witch. It's so good. Which one's that one again? Oh, yes. Yeah, this one. This is also one that's, this one really caught my eye as well. And actually, Sydney watched this before me, and this is also on my list of things that I am going to check out, and it's probably going to be good. This seems like... my God, what do you mean this seems like an old lady show? What does that mean, my guy? mature show, yeah, old lady. literally Jose. Nah, he kind of spits in. Can it not be adult woman? Adult woman is not old lady. Jose doesn't mean old lady. No action equals boring. Yeah. Let's just go back to talking about the new JJK episode, right? Yeah, it's all about JJK. Yeah, this seems like this does seem like a very mature show. Like a very is this based on a novel, a light novel? What is this based on? Oh, based on a manga. Okay, but yeah, drama, genre drama, Josei. So it is going to be looks like a kind of like slow burn, but it's kind of like a deep show. I mean, as someone who puts a show like Orb as my favorite anime of last year, I am definitely not allergic to those kinds of shows. And so I feel like some people need more in their lives than just the next hot action shonen as well. Love Through a Prism is the real hidden gem this season because no one will watch it. Love Through a Prism. Oh, this one, yeah. Is this one already out? Because it's all out, right? Yeah, I remember watching the trailer for this one. And yeah, unfortunately, this was the Wit one, right? Yeah, this was the Studio Wit one. That I've not heard nothing about. And it's already all out. I believe. If it's a Netflix release, it should already all be out. I binged it and it's amazing. It's a manhwa? Ah, okay. All 20 episodes out, basically shadow drop. That's just every Netflix show now. Every Netflix show is, there's like shadow dropping and then people talking about it. And then Netflix is like shadow dropping and then also absolutely no fucking marketing afterwards. That's why we call it Netflix jail. I mean, I saw that Mappa just recently signed a deal with Netflix. So, and Mappa right now have so many mega IPs under their belt. So I'm wondering if Netflix is going to affect the distribution of future Mappa shows. They're going to do that for JoJo's? Yeah, I really don't want them to, man. I really, really don't want them to. Cosmic Princess Kage, yeah, I saw that was out, and I heard nothing about it either. At least it's not on Disney Plus, yeah. Isn't that fucking shitty? It's like, yeah, it's in Netflix jail, but at least it's not Disney Plus, where it's guaranteed to fucking flop if it's only on Disney Plus. You know, at least where there are some shows on Netflix that get talked about and pop off. And then Disney Plus, I don't know of a single fucking show that has ever popped off from Disney Plus if it's anime. Medalist. I know, right? Nobody talked about Medalist. I had not heard of a single person that watched that watched Medalist, man. Because yeah, who goes to Disney Plus to watch anime? That's exactly it, man. That's exactly it. Because it just aired, bro. If it just aired, that's like prime time for people to talk about it. The anime community moves so fast now, and the anime fandom moves on to one shiny thing to the next shiny thing very, 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 very quickly. So if it doesn't get talked about within the season, it's highly... It has happened before. It has happened before, but it is unlikely that the hype would like reignite later in the year. Do you think you'll catch up to Fire Force when it's done? If you there are some out of context things that I really, really want to understand about Fire Force. It looks great. It looks great so far, and I'm probably going to catch up to it. I might even make a video on it. I don't know, because I don't really see... Like, Fire Force fans are absolutely dedicated fans. And every time they talk about it, it's just like, damn, I want to see what you guys are... I want to see what Fire Force has been cooking. Because the out of context clips I've seen have been insane. And every fan so far has said that some of the later seasons are fucking great. So yeah, I really, really want to see what's... Because one thing that I'm sure I will see with Fire Force is some amazing fucking action scenes. Is Witch Hat Atelier good? Yes, it is very, very, very good. Has possibly my favorite magic system in fantasy and fantasy manga. If not my favorite, it's like definitely one of my favorites. And outside of that, it's just a really, really good fantasy world with well-written characters, a well-developed world. But to me, when I think about it, I fell in love with the magic system of Witch Hat Atelier. Better magic system than Hunter x Hunter. I mean, Hunter x Hunter isn't a fantasy anime, but I think it's up there as one of my favorites. It's like choosing between like Nen and like Atelier's magic system. It's on like that similar level where you get to where the magic system really shines, and it's like it's such a great hard magic system. But not only that, the story builds it up in the way that makes it easy to understand. And when a character like has this kind of like eureka moment where they figure out some new way to use the magic system, not only does it make logical sense, it just like clicks for you as well, and it's really, really good. I can't believe the Dark Souls and Elden Ring music composer is doing the OST for the Witch Hat anime. I had no idea. Is the system similar to the Atelier games? I have not played the Atelier games, so I don't know. JJK's power system will also level up this season. I mean, it feels like the JJK power system and just the JJK explanations are about to go fucking insane. Bro, that moment in the second episode of JJK where you reach the end and it's like, all right, boys, it's time for the cunning game. All right, here's 5 seconds and an entire chapter of a light novel explaining the fucking cunning games. and I was like, oh, it's the Monogatari fame final boss. I just laughed so fucking hard. It's like ain't no way. I'm watching my favorite action anime, and then I get fucking assaulted by a whole light novel chapter right in front of me, and then it's like 5 seconds. I fucking burst out laughing, man. Oh, that moment when it displayed the whole ass flowchart and the whole plans and goals. That was great, man. But I think it was needed. I think it was needed, honestly. Just with the way it's going, I thought they did a good job, explaining to like breaking down with visual clarity what was going on and what all of the goals are, because ain't no way half of the JJK fan base is going to pause to read a 5-second frame. They had a flowchart knowing damn well JJK fans can't read. Oh, man. Yeah, JJK episode 3 was essentially like, all right, boys, we know you're gonna go watch YouTube explanation video. Here, you don't need to do that. We're gonna make our own YouTube explanation video. Okay, this is it. This is just gonna be episode 3. That's it. That is it. 2 episodes in, and the Now Your memes already took over the internet. Yeah, I know, right? And then it came back with episode 4, which, as you said, commenter, is absolutely fucking cinema. They do post YouTube videos of it. I mean, I feel like episode 3 did a pretty good explanation, breaking everything down. So I don't think it would need any more material outside of that. Because episode 3 was essentially just an entire YouTube explanation video. Episode 4 has Japanese and overseas fans divided. Yeah. Yeah, fake news in it. Now I don't know. I don't know how much that is engagement bait. I mean, I've seen some of the headlines, and I'm like, I don't know. This seems a little bit. I'm smelling some engagement bait for me, and I don't know if it's like a small minority of like the Japanese fandom, and maybe a small minority of like the Western fandom, and then people are making like articles and shit about it, and I was like, I don't think people can be this fucking pissed off over one episode. it's I don't know. It's weird, and I don't know if I buy it. I'll be honest. I don't know if I buy it. It's one guy from Twitter. Yeah, it's Japanese fans don't like episode 4. I mean, is it just like a certain sect? I mean, if it's like, here's the thing. Here's the thing. If the news article or the engagement starts with fans from Twitter, immediately my brain is just like, is it though? Is it? Does that really? Is that really a representation of all of the fans? Anytime it's from Twitter, I'm like, okay. Well, it's number one. Anything I see on Twitter, I need to take with a grain of salt, because that is a platform that rewards as much rage engagement as possible. And number two, I don't know how much of the engagement is bots, or just people or just accounts that aren't even from Japan. So I read headlines like that, and I always definitely take it with a grain of salt. And that is how much trust I have with the platform right now. Are you excited for today's JJK app? Yeah, I mean, Freeren has also been great as well. I saw that Freeren Season 2, after 2 episodes, has already dethroned Season 1 of Free. We have a new Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. We have a new Freeren, and it's just more Freeren, guys. No fucking way. The only one that can beat me is me. Oh man. Dethroned it with one. They saw the look up meme, and they were like, cinema dethroning it. Oh man. But yeah, it's in general, this season, pretty stacked so far. Pretty stacked, especially, I would say, especially with a lot of the sequels. The reason I'm trying to keep up with the sequels is because, damn, if I don't keep up with it, I'm gonna have like fucking like 9 seasons to catch up with when just like sequels alone, not including the other stuff, not including the new original shows as well. I'm not gonna have a lot of time this season, man. I've been loving We Are Polar Opposites. Too many good anime this season. Yeah, We Are Polar Opposites is great as well. Very, very cute show. Have you watched Sentence to Be Hero? I have. Great animation. Great animation, great world building, and it is just great to have another really hyped dark fantasy show. Anime OP rank. Should we do anime openings? I don't know if I feel like it. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. Kind of came in with no plan. I don't know if I feel like doing anime openings today or doing Wuthering Waves a bit more. Which anime are your top so far for the season? I don't want to say that just yet because that is not a truly informed take right now, and I want to watch more of the anime coming out before I really start talking about what I truly liked this season. But I can talk about what I really liked in 2025. That is where my mind has been for, I guess, this month. It's been a lot of 2025 and a lot of trails. I apologize for not streaming more, guys. I got cripplingly addicted to trails, and it is not good. It's not good. It's Are you gonna do another watch along with your best of video? Let's let's start with doing that. Trails not good. Trails is great. What's not good is that it's just sapped up all of my time. I started Trails of Cold Steel. I remember like for like previous years, it's been an average of 1 Trails game per year, or maybe 1.5. I finished 2 Trails games within the past 2 months. And I just started Cold Steel 3, and I know I'm not gonna stop because it's so fucking hype, man. It's so fucking hype. Oh my god. Oh shit. I thought I was gonna take a break after I finished Cold Steel 2, so I was like, all right. I'm gonna grind this shit out. I'm grinding shit out to get my life back. And I'm like, but what if I just see what the opening of Cold Steel 3 is? And then, bro, they hit you with the fucking time skip moments. And then you see all of the characters coming back, and you're like, no, don't fucking do this to me. Yo, I see my boy Randy. I see fucking I see the liberal characters, and I see Tita again, and I'm like, no! Right off the opening? No fucking way. Oh, man. Oh. It's, Crossbell is shaping up to be, like my favorite arc, man. It's got me. It's got me, and it just has refused, it's just refused to, let me go. God, I need your trail thoughts on Cold Steel 4 ASAP, bro. I also have a job. I also have streams to do, man. I'm gonna get there. But damn, when it hit me, when the time skip hit me, and like you literally went from like the student to the teacher, and I'm like, don't fucking do this to me. Seeing your boys glow up. He got the glasses on as well. He got the glasses. He's a teacher now. It's just like, damn. This is the thing that I love about Cold Steel. That I may like. I don't know what I heard about Cold Steel 1 and 2. People told me I was gonna hate Cold Steel 1 and 2. And I really love Cold Steel 1 and 2 for just how unapologetically anime it is. Like a lot of people have told me that Cold Steel 2 is like their least favorite Charles games. And for me, maybe it's just like my monkey brain, but I see fucking like Ultra Instinct Super Saiyan power up. I see like a war with like mechs in it, and I'm like, bruh, yes, I'm invested. This is basically just Code Geass. I'm basically just in Trails Code Geass right now. I fucking love this shit, man. And like, I did make one mistake though. I did make one mistake. I did make one mistake. One big mistake. I'm gonna say it right now. I didn't know that Sarah was a romanceable character. I didn't know. I didn't know, guys. I only found out afterwards. I didn't fucking know that Sarah was a romanceable character. Bro, I giga through, man. I fucking giga through. Oh, man. I was like, she's an older character, so no way she's romanceable. And then I fucking search up, is Sarah romanceable? And by the time I got to the choice, I had not, like, increased my bond with her to a level where I could choose her. And I'm like, no. 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 Oh, no. So, man. I thought tsundere would be your favorite girl. Look. I got no beef with Alyssa. I got no beef with her. But, like... When the game is just so heavily fucking, like, leading you towards that decision, I was like, I don't even want you anymore. You want me to do this so much, I kind of don't want to do it anymore. And, you know, yeah, she is blonde, she is twin tail, but, like, she's barely a tsundere, guy. She was tsundere for, like, one fucking scene. She was like, we had like one fucking baka scene. It lasted for one fucking chapter, you know. Yeah, and then it just flipped. You know, that's not a real tin. That's not a real tsundere, man. I mean, okay. I would argue that Alyssa isn't even the fucking biggest tsundere in Cold Steel. She ain't even the biggest tsundere of Class 7. You know, she gets out-tsinned by a fucking cat. Tselin is, unironically, the fucking real tsundere of Class 7. I'ma say it. I'ma fucking say it. Legendary curb? No. Where is the lie? Where is the lie though? Where is the lie? Really? Not useless? Ah, you're right though. Shit, you're right. But yeah, that is my Trails rant over. That is my Trails rant over. Thank you for coming into my weekly Trails talk, where I apparently finish a new Trails game every fucking stream now. So I kind of do this every year, and kind of don't feel like playing a video game just yet. Kind of feel like just chilling out and just chatting. So I normally do a yearly director's commentary on the video I'm most proud of every year, most of the time, which is my best of anime yearly video, which is the video that me and my team put the most work in. Ban was last year though. Ban was last year. And I get to talk about some of the stuff that maybe I couldn't fit in to the video, and so this is going to be a director's commentary, you know, and it also allows me to just farm my own content. This is great. I've got like the infinite content glitch, where I can just farm my own content, but that is one content where I don't need to ask the creator for permission to react to it. I don't need to ask the creator for permission to react to this video. So this is great. This is great. Also, I need to fucking farm content because this video got fucking copyright striked. I earned 0 ad revenue on this video, and I'm too proud of it to cut out the copyright section. So I didn't earn any fucking ad revenue off this video from this video anyway. Which part? There was a part from Orb, I believe, and there was no way I was like willing to fucking cut out anything to do with the Orb section. There are some sections where I'm like, all right, I can sacrifice. I can sacrifice this section to make ad revenue back. And then there are some where I don't know. I just have pride as a creator, where I'm like, nah, I'll sacrifice a few thousand, just so the product is better. And because here's the thing. I put my heart into these videos, and so does my team. So it's the one time of the year that I feel like myself and my team are just firing on all cylinders just to make the best content that we can possibly do. And yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, at least I got the Endfield sponsorship. That's basically why I have to have sponsorships on these videos, because there is always the risk that it is going to get copyright claimed, but also the sponsorships allows me to do this with the safety in mind that I can make the content I want without having to worry about it. 2025 was a year of turbulent times. No, I'm gonna get some coffee before we start, since I'm gonna be sitting here for a bit. I'll be right back. All right. I feel like Gon always streams from different countries every stream. It's been like that for the past few streams, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Look, the holidays was a lot, you know, the holidays was a lot of traveling. And I already want to go back to Thailand. Certain futures, but if there was one thing I could rely on to pull through, of course, it was anime. Woo! If there was any doubt over anime's position, let me change the title of this stream as well. Has undoubtedly proven it is not just popular, but there are titles that can achieve full-blown mainstream success. Demon Slayer became not only the highest-grossing anime movie of all time, but broke into the top 10 grossing movies of the year, beating out such IPs as How to Train Your Dragon and frickin' Superman. This movie was an absolute spectacle that delivered the Demon Slayer experience I expected, but damn did it feel long. I think about an hour in, I left to go pee. That's crazy. That is crazy, man. Got a job, started a family, came back, and I think we're about halfway through the Yakuza flashback. But they weren't the only one in the headlines, because One Punch Man fans ate this year. Then collectively threw up. After 6 years of waiting, One Punch Man dropped a bomb not even Oppenheimer could recreate, giving us a season of animation so impressive, Google Slides is about to license it out as an add-on. History has taught us that everything... I still haven't watched the Demon Slayer movie yet, bro. I mean, it is still in cinemas in Japan. It's still in cinemas in Japan, man. Isn't that crazy? I was looking at like, I was thinking about watching a movie, and I was looking at like the showings, and I was like, yo, Demon Slayer is still in cinemas here?
Wake up, you're in the middle of it. Stop complaining.
This was the year where 2 letters shot fear into anyone that heard them. AI.
So is it any wonder people are afraid of technology?
Technology! Oh my god.
And the anime community was not immune to its effects. We had masses of fake scenes posted with the release of Sora 2. Grok got its own AI companion, as if people weren't lonely enough. And of course, OpenAI allowed users to flood the internet with Ghibli AI drawings. Looking Miyazaki right in the eye and thinking, man, I don't think you hate anime enough yet. And if you're like me and just... God, I alluded to this in the video. I did not know that all of this happened within like last year. And I was just like, okay, what are the big fucking anime news that came out in 2025? And of course, AI was like one of them. And I was like, wait, the fucking Ghibli thing was this year? Wait, all of this shit happened in just one fucking year? In my mind, I was like, all of this stuff was like over the course of like 2-3 years. I didn't fucking realize that all of this was just like 1 year, man. Damn, I feel tired. God, I feel tired. Realize that all this happened within the space of 1 year? Yeah, I know. I wouldn't blame you. Being on the internet felt exhausting at some points this year, and the online landscape was as confusing as ever to navigate. We needed hope. We needed positivity. We were yearning for some real human interaction. Let's fucking go, baby! My chin! My fucking chin!
Raise your hands up! I beg of you! There's no time left!
Don't be afraid! He's a very good man!
Offer up your energy!
But the year ended with actual people united under one banner. Yo, we did it. Animators rise up. Artists rise up, baby. Artists fucking rise up. Artists all around the world came together to help Joy in a... Gon, did you see they did this shot in Free Ren? Yeah, I know. I saw it. I saw it, man. Real human to human. They referenced it in episode 2. I don't think it was a reference. I think it was just a nice coincidence, honestly. Once and for all, proving the strongest AI slop can still be defeated by the weakest pencil user. Did anything else happen this year? Oh yeah, I made my own anime or something. Hey! This is the part where I normally get to my honorable mentions, but today I have something else I need to mention honorably. They've already paid me for this. Guys, this stream is not sponsored by Arknights, which I will be playing eventually, but I'll be playing that for free. I will be paying that for free, guys, for free. skipping his own ads. And with that said, here are the actual honorable mentions. If this is your first time here, I rarely put continuations of shows I've already talked about on previous lists unless it really goes above and beyond and gives me something new to say about it. But that doesn't mean I didn't continue enjoying them. Dun might not have gotten the same buzz that episode 7 provided, but I've really enjoyed the character-focused development we got. Everyone likes to talk about the weirdness or the flashy action, but this shit is doing romance better than most romance anime right now. About a year ago, I introduced my anime illiterate mum to Apothecary Diaries. So Bro,
I
this
thought I'd be a lovely
is
son
not
this
a
year
lie,
and
man.
Save myself from watching season 2 until the Christmas break so I can experience it with her. By which point, she had already watched it 4 times.
My mum, I was so excited to watch it with my mum, man. I was just like, when she told me she had watched it like 4 times, right? When she had watched it 4 times, I was like, what the fuck? Do you not have other shows to watch, mum? Other than fucking, she calls it Mau Mau, other than fucking Mau Mau? She went from like not watching any anime to watching one anime just like over and over. I don't know how many times she's seen season 1, but yeah, she watched it. She watched it again, and I'm scared for when season 3 comes out, because it's going to be like another month when I just don't have contact with her anymore, because she's probably going to be watching that and then rewatching the episodes over and over. She still doesn't even know its name. She just calls it Mau Mau. City, the animation, really did not lie about its name, being in my top 3 of best animated shows of the year that was so close to making the list, but just didn't quite meet the same level of unhinged, gut-busting laughter Nichijou gave me. Now if we're talking most unhinged show this year, that was Nukitashi. I would love to talk about this one. I'm not lying. Nukitashi did get... It is... okay. It did, unironically, get some of the, like, biggest laughs of me, like, this year. It is fucking unhinged, and I thought I would get bored of it with, like, 2-3 episodes, but there were just, some moments in it that take how ridiculous the first 2 episodes are, and go even fucking further beyond. And yeah, it's a shame that I can never properly talk about it on YouTube. I can't even fucking watch the opening on YouTube. But it is, yeah, this is peak trash of 2025 and nothing great. That is basically it. Peak trash of 2025. I can't believe there's a dub of this. I know, right? There's a fucking dub of this. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. More, but the amount of frames I'd be able to get away showing here would equal that of an episode of One Punch Man 3. Solo leveling. Now I know you're going to ask me about this, so let me just set the record straight. And the anime award goes to... oh... Sung Jin Woo from Solo Leveling. I'm never going to live this face down. I'm never going to live this face down. I just, looking back, I'm like, damn, both of the awards I presented were both Solo Leveling. Let's go. We go frame by frame for this. Oh, there's. Can you see the exact moment I realized that Sung Jin Woo had beaten all of like Frieren and everything? No. Look, I'm professional. I'm professional, guys. I'm professional. I'm professional. That's it. Solo leveling. Solo leveling is a series that knows exactly what it is. I did. It does one thing, but does that one thing so exceedingly well, you do not care about anything else. And this season delivered some of the best power fantasy aura farming action spectacle you can find, and I hate the nods. But that doesn't also mean I think it's the best anime or has the best main character. To me, this is not a 3-star Michelin dish. It is a McDonald's chicken nugget, but the best fucking nugget you've tasted in your life.
And who wants to live in a world without nugs?
Nice.
Last year, I did a cop-out by putting a movie at the top of the list. Thankfully, this year was so stacked with choices, I didn't need to do that again. But if I did...
The fight is the most watched on YouTube? Is it actually?
Chainsaw Man.
The final fight from season 2?
This wasn't just another shonen movie adaptation. It was a perfectly crafted cinematic experience. And I think it says a lot that for how much jaw-dropping, mind-blowing action sequences this movie delivered on, the quieter, serene pool scene is the one my mind always comes back to. But standing toe-to-toe with that, in my eyes, is 100 meters. If Chainsaw Man was that critically acclaimed blockbuster, 100 meters would
Bro,
be the
banger and then banger, man. Banger and then banger.
And cinematic. Cinema. This is a film about running. About people whose lives are about running. You see people who destroy their lives over obsessions. Over
Surely this is a shoo-in for the Oscar, right, guys? Surely.
Everything, only
Surely, right?
What the point of it all was to begin with. You see people unable to fully commit to themselves in fear of finding out they're not as good as they think they are. Crafting a prison of their own anxieties they're unable to break out of. You see people so desperately searching for meaning in what they do, unsure if they live to run or run to live. People who've always been second best yet still have not given up on believing in themselves, breaking the reality life has crafted for them, and then halfway through the movie you take a step back and think, wait, we're still talking about running, right?
God, this fucking scene, man. This scene, this long shot right here. Holy shit. This, the fucking long shot of this scene, at the beginning of this scene. Oh my God. I had my fucking mind blown when they did it. Just, it kept going. And I was just like, damn. There are some like amazing fucking scenes all over cinema in anime this year, but that scene in particular has like stuck out in my mind. I was not I was expecting 100 meters to deliver on some like amazing characters and some like really thought-provoking themes and lines. But there were also some just like really powerful, really well-directed scenes in that as well. The rotoscoping of that scene was top-notch. Yeah, I know. Just this showed me what like rotoscoping could be like if used to its like fullest potential.
Halfway through the movie, you take a step back and think, wait, we're still talking about running, right? This movie doesn't just speak to the soul. It goddamn drags it out, shakes it by the scruff of its neck, and shouts full volume at it. Somebody, somewhere is going to find this movie at the right time of their lives, and there's going to be a line uttered by a character in here that shoots so deeply to their core, they're going to switch their life into manual mode after having lived it on auto the entire time.
God, the one line that like has stuck with me in 100 meters is like from a character that gets like really, really little screen time. And it's like the line about breaking out of your own reality. Damn, Kaido was a fucking Giga Chad, man. Holy shit. Like his story, that was the one. That was like his story and like his line leading up to his races as well. I was just like, fuck, man. That when he said that line, that was such like a more motivating line than I'd heard in like the entire year. Just god fucking damn, man. What a film. But before we start with the top 10, little director's note break. But this year, I had to cut the list short. There were a few shows that we had a deadline to meet for Arknights, and there were two more shows that were meant to be in 11th and 12th place. There were two more shows. There were two more shows. Anyone want to have a guess what these two shows were? Because there were even like a lot that I couldn't even mention in my honorable mentions. One Punch Man season 3. One Punch Man season 3. Yeah, you're right, man. Definitely One Punch Man. Right. One of them was Rory Rocks. One of them was Rory Rocks. I really, really enjoyed just the great production values and just the, it's just a great anime about rocks, man. What can I say? And the other one was I'm realizing both of these are about rocks. Rock is a lady's modesty. Because normally I have one music show on there, and Rock is a lady's modesty edged out Ave Musica as my favorite music show this year. I really loved how it just captured the essence and passion of rock. They really did it well when the girls were performing. And I had a really, really good time with it. There were other shows that I kind of forgot to mention because I'd already talked about it previously. Obviously, I'd mentioned I talked about Tatsuki Fujimoto 17 to 26. That's got its own video, so I don't feel too bad for that not being able to make the list. And that one has I got to talk about Chainsaw Man. So Tatsuki Fujimoto eating well, no matter fucking what. Tatsuki Fujimoto eating well, no matter fucking what. He's getting some great adaptations. It's weird. Whenever I think about Tatsuki Fujimoto 1726, my favorite short constantly changes. Because originally going out of it, I thought my favorite short was Sisters. But the one me and Sydney quote the most is the Bullet one. It's the Bullet. The Bullet one is the one that we reference the most. Because it's just anytime there's something, anytime me or Sydney have to do something challenging or something hard, and we're just I don't know if I can do this, we just go to each other, just catch the bullet, innit? That's all we got to do. Just catch the bullet. That's all you need to do. And it's just such a profound line, but it's just so relevant in so many little moments that we go through. Anytime you are facing a big challenge, just think to yourself, all you need to do is just catch the bullet. That's all you need to do. It's easy. And what's the other one? No. Milky Subway, that's it. Milky Subway, I talked, I didn't even know if it counted as anime. Milky Subway was the show that I mentioned in my short anime video, and it is on YouTube, so we might do a reaction video to that someday. But that was one I highly, highly enjoyed as well. But I don't think I can say anything more about it than I didn't already say in my video about it. I did say there were a few shows that, there were a few genres that didn't get representation this year. Romance, normally I have one or sometimes two romance shows this year. Fragrant Flowers, unfortunately, didn't grab me in the same way as something like Boku no Kokoro Yabayatsu. Although that also, Boku no Kokoro Yabayatsu needed 2 seasons for me to make the list. It needed 2 seasons for me to make the list. And there might be a chance that future seasons of other romance shows could make the list, but with romance in general, sometimes it's hard to judge from the first season unless it's like super trashy, because if it's super trashy, I'm going to like it anyway. But with like, you know, the more traditional kind of romances, it really depends on how does the main relationship between the two like leads develop over time. And it was something where I really saw how great Dangers in My Heart was in season 2. Blue Box, even with season 2, didn't grab me. It's Blue Box. Blue Box season 2 isn't out yet, is it? Yeah, that's for 2026. I don't know what you're talking about, sir. But yeah, normally there's one. Yeah, normally there's one romance that makes the list. But yeah, this year, I don't know why. There just wasn't a romance that grabbed me in the same way as previous years. And I guess the other fucking big one, which is probably the most commented on, the most commented about that I've seen in the video. I really, really don't want to talk about this because I'm fucking terrified. Is Lord of Mysteries. it's Lord of Mysteries didn't make the list. And yes, I did finish Lord of Mysteries. And I want to talk about it. I want to talk about it. I don't want. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. Lord of Mystery fans, Lord of Mystery fan base, you guys fucking terrify me. Okay, I'm scared to talk about Lord of Mysteries because I'm gonna be real. You guys fucking terrify me. Okay. It's like because every time I've even just mentioned like the word Lord of Mysteries, it gets fucking clipped and it gets talked about, and I'm like, I'm fucking terrified and I'm scared. It is not mid. It is not mid, guys. Stop putting words in my. Stop trying to get me in trouble, guys. Stop fucking trying to get me in trouble, guys. Stop trying to get me in trouble. Okay, I gotta choose my words very, 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 very carefully for this because, like I said, Lord of Mysteries fan base really, really terrify me. But I really, really enjoyed Lord of Mysteries. I did enjoy it. I see the vision. I see the potential. I see why this has such a dedicated and such a vocal fan base. And I think it is a series and it's a world and it's a franchise I can definitely fall in love with now that future seasons has been like announced and future seasons are coming out. But I wouldn't be lying when I said I came out of Lord of Mysteries and I didn't like it as much as I wanted to like it. And there is like one kind of like main reason for this. Because most of my issues with Lord of Mysteries basically boil down to mostly the execution of the first half. Because going into the world of Lord of Mysteries, I can see just like how fucking fantastic this world building is and how intricate all of like the little power systems, like the power systems are, and the world building and the politics. And there is like so much lore, so much to lose yourself into this world. And it's like a super original isekai world as well. My issue with it is that I feel like because of the execution of some of the first few episodes, I never felt like I had enough foundational knowledge to fully appreciate everything that was going on. It gets better in the second half. It like definitely does get better in the second half. But there are still like, I left the season still with like so many questions about like so many like small stuff. And I felt like I could follow along with the plot and the mystery, but I never felt like I could truly comprehend the full vision of everything that's going on. And like, I can't really like talk about this without just like, I guess, mentioning some spoilers. So I'm just gonna do some spoilers, okay? I'm just gonna do some spoilers. For example, it's literally called A Lot of Mysteries. See, I've read this comment a lot, right? It's the meme, Lord of Mysteries. It's literally about the mysteries. My issue is that there were points where I didn't know whether I was lacking a certain piece of information because I didn't have the foundational knowledge to not know it, or if it was a mystery by intent, you know. And that is basically how I felt watching a lot of Lord of Mysteries. Am I supposed to know this, or did I just miss a line, or was this concept just not explained well enough? And I think I really felt that with the final episode. So here we go. Final episode. Spoiler alert. All right. So, you know, the final episode, everything kind of like gets explained and everything comes together and all of the different events and coincidences are like linked. And it felt like the series was like trying to have this like big reveal. This is what was like really going on. This was the secrets, right? And all of this basically relied on one artifact. And funnily enough, I actually sussed out a lot of the mystery. I actually sussed out a lot of the reveal before it was going to happen. Why was that? Because I had played Honkai Star Rail. And when every episode ended with like the fucking scribble thing, with like the scribble with the scribble sound effect, I was like, okay, this is exactly like the fucking Penacony, the end of the Penacony arc, where we are just writing some kind of reality. So when this like idea of all of these different coincidences like started coming together, I was like, I think like they're like controlling. There's some mastermind controlling it, and writing some kind of reality. That's I kind of sussed it out, right? But so sorry, it's not even Penacony. It's fucking Amphorius. Sorry, I'm Amphorius. Wrong arc. Same game. Wrong arc. Same game. Where I got confused and where I really felt like the gaps in my knowledge was during this big reveal, where we are told that all of the events are orchestrated by one mastermind thanks to this one artifact. I left that explanations with more questions than I did satisfaction, because instead of feeling satisfied seeing all of these different events kind of like come together and link together, my first thought was, damn, this feels like a really convoluted way to have the mastermind essentially get this one item. That was his goal, just to get this one item. I was like, why are you orchestrating an entire fucking novel of a plot just so you can get this one item? It's like the ashes of something. I don't remember the name. And I could assume that he did that because of some constraints with the item or some constraints with the power system, right? I'm assuming that was the reason why he didn't just write, and then Dun goes into the vault and gets out the ashes and he goes to this place, right? I assume that was the reason why he had to orchestrate this entire plot. The problem is that unless I missed something, I never saw, like, there was never like an explanation about what the actual constraints of this artifact is, or at least maybe I missed it, but I couldn't see what the constraints of the artifact is. And because I didn't know what the constraints of this power was, what the constraints of the artifact was, I couldn't appreciate what this master plan was, you know? I couldn't appreciate it. So I just kept thinking, am I missing something here? Like, am I missing something with this explanation? Because I'm like, okay, you're revealing to me this big kind of plot twist, but I still don't fully understand the intricacies of this plot twist. And because I don't understand the intricacies of this plot twist, I can't fully like have like that mind-blowing moment of just like, holy shit, yo, this thing was happening the entire time. And that was kind of just one example out of a lot of small, intricate bits. Like, for example, he wrote that Dun takes out the ashes, and it wasn't like, I believe it wasn't like the optimal move to take out the ashes because of some kind of reason, but he did it, and it was out of character for Dun to kind of like make that decision. My problem is I couldn't understand why it would be out of character to make that decision in the first place. So character decisions like that, I couldn't fully appreciate because I couldn't fully appreciate the power systems behind the artifacts and what is the optimal choice whenever they're facing a spirit or an enemy or like whatever the hell is going on. And I believe like what it mainly boils down to is, like I said, at the beginning, I'm going to take a sip of water. At the beginning, I just don't feel like there was enough time for me to get enough foundational knowledge of the power system, of the world, because it seems like a really, really fucking cool-ass power system. And it seems like a really, really cool-ass fucking world. And I fully admit that I'm going to hold my hand up right now. I fully admit that I might have missed something because they throw a lot at you in the first 6 episodes. And my problem was they sometimes when they introduce a concept for such an intricate and hard power system, sometimes the show doesn't give the audience enough time for it to fully sink in and to fully comprehend before moving on this next piece of lore drop, or this next concept that they're going to introduce to you. And that was essentially why I really, really wanted to like it more, but there was like so much that I felt like I was missing. So the meme is, I've memed it before where I'm like, damn, I don't understand this shit. And I feel like, you know, that is a meme, but I feel like there is still so much like little things that I don't understand, like small character decisions or small character like moments where I'm like, I don't fully comprehend, is this in character? Is this out of character? Am I understanding this concept correctly? And I feel like they will get better in future seasons, which is why I feel like I'm going to like Lord of Mysteries more in future seasons, because I'll give you an example. For example, for the longest time, I couldn't figure out what the main constraints of the main character's power was. Right? I knew he was the seer class, and I knew he had the powers of divination, and he could see spirits and stuff like that. But but not once did I ever like fully suss out, okay, this is what you can do, this is what the limits of your powers are. And because I couldn't figure that out, so there were some moments where I'm like, because I couldn't fully figure that out, there were some moments where I'm like, okay, am I fully understanding what his intentions are? And this is like contrasted when he goes from sequence 9 to sequence 8, where there is just like one small scene where it's like, there's one small scene, so it's showing that, okay, he can see a little bit in the future, and okay, he can now throw the paper, and he has a weapon now, and oh, he can't do the wind flick attack. I was like, that's great. That's fucking great. I understand that. That little scene is all I needed to comprehend what your powers are. And then it paid off as well. It paid off in the fight where he throws the mirror and he sees exactly what's coming. And I'm like, great. I'm following along with what this fight is trying to do and what the little character moments and what the characters are thinking in this fight, which is such a big contrast to the first half where there are fights happening and then people would like just take out different artifacts that would do different things. And I'm like, I don't know what anyone's doing. I'm just appreciating the pretty animation and pretty fight scenes. And that is pretty much it. So all this is to kind of say that the end of Lord of Mysteries has made me conflicted because there was so much to love about it, and there's so much I wanted to like about it. But I feel like there was so much that I couldn't fully appreciate without going out of my way to maybe watch a YouTube explanation video, or maybe just going out to read the wiki, or just going out to read the light novel or the novel series, which I feel like shouldn't be needed for a pure like anime adaptation. That's pretty much it. To sum it up, watching Lord of Mysteries is kind of like trying to find a single Chekhov's gun in an entire armory of guns, and you don't know what the Chekhov guns is. You don't know what the Chekhov gun is, but you need to be aware of every single gun in there just in case. That's it. Lord of Mysteries rant. That's done. That's done. Hopefully that made sense. Like I said, Lord of Mysteries fan. I don't want to have any beef. I don't want to have any beef with you guys. I genuinely, I liked the series. The adaptation itself just left me a little bit conflicted. And I hope that future seasons fix the issue that I had with specifically this adaptation. All right, that's it. How long was I ranting for? Oh, God. I understood less than you, damn. Woo! All right. GTA 6 is now out. It's 2027. All right. I genuinely just wanted to give this series the attention, my attention that it deserved. All right.
Do you ever feel like if you watch enough anime, so many of them don't just start looking the same, but also start to feel the same? Gachiakta spits on that, taking pre-established conventions and says, nah, I'ma do my own thing. This is set in the world of trash, taste. But unlike the latter, there is
Second half of
absolutely
Gachiata
nothing
was so
dull
much
and
better.
flavor about
I mean, I
presenting
find
one
that
of the
with
most
a lot
same
of
shows
shonen
as well.
adaptations in
Have a look at
general.
these characters. Now, unless you've already seen them, you might not be able to tell that these are 5 characters from 5 completely different shows.
They're the same picture.
Now take one character from Gachiaka.
Because with a lot of shonen adaptations, it's the first arc is always just basic shonen stuff setting up the world.
Now multiply that by all the minor characters you'll ever see. Gachiaka has a design philosophy that permeates every single aspect of the show, creating a visual language with a vibe that is absolutely unmatched. Neon lights flood the back alleys. The streets are crude and gritty, with a stench that almost permeates through the screen. Graffiti plasters every wall you walk past. The world doesn't just feel lived in. Every little detail.
Look at that fashion. Yeah, the fucking... Bro, I need like... I need like a Gachiaka, if it hasn't already been done, like a collab with some fashion brand or something. The drip in Gachiaka is fucking immaculate, man.
Then you have the power system. It's trash. Parentheses affectionate. Having a system where objects treated with love and care are imbued with powers is not only original, but serves as another vehicle for characters to express themselves. It's the only show where you'll see characters use scissors, umbrellas, gloves, hair cones, and glasses as weapons, but then you start to wonder, why is that object this character's vital instrument? What does that say about their personality, their backstory? Which objects do I have that define me? It's ideas like this that feed your imagination to the possibilities it opens up, and that's what I felt watching Gachiaka in its entirety. It might not be the most polished shonen of our generation, or have a story that pushes it to new boundaries, yet I constantly found myself hitting that next episode just so I could spend a bit more time in the insane world it created.
There is one moment in Gachiaka that I couldn't talk about because spoilers, but there is a moment that is very, very unexpected. And when it happens, I kind of just burst out laughing, man. I was like, where the fuck did this come from? What the fuck? Yo, what is... What the heck? If you know, you know. If you know, you know.
The Lord and Master of Luna Mountain!
Tell us bad news! We need to hustle back! Too far away!
What happened over the past millennium? And what is it that brings them here?
Go, Clever Test was like so much fun, man.
Sword of the anime world. Swing one side, and you have some of the most critically acclaimed, beloved shows in the entire.
I am hoping right now that Sentence to Be Hero, I was going to say Sentence to Be Hero X, Sentence to Be Hero is going to take the spots in next year's one. I really, really hope it keeps up in quality because I was very, very impressed with the first episode of Sentence to Be Hero, and it's basically taken up what Clever Test gave me last year.
Medium respected by everyone who watches them, but swing the other side, and you're greeted with some of the trashiest, stinkiest shows you can find in the medium, and I'm not talking about the Gachiaka kind. So when a new fantasy anime comes out, I'm always thinking, which side is this one gonna swing? Alright, looks like we've got some hyper-violent action, could be edgy, could be mature, unsure. Oh hey, there's proper thought put into the world building and politics, so it's not just the same copy-paste Demon Lord fantasy world, that swings that way. Okay, the hero's been given an immortal body, sounds like this could potentially be power fantasy-ish. Yeah, that's a little stinky. But then, I watch as the hero yeets herself off a cliff, leaving just her mangled corpse remaining, only to have her body parts grotesquely shoved back into place as you hear the crackling of bones over the most guttural scream of pain as her body is forcibly put back together, little by little, while the bandits around her can only watch on in horror. And it was this moment that I realized, oh, I'm in.
Approved!
Cleaver Test is the kind of brutal.
So glad this wasn't an isekai. Yeah, I mean, anime's been doing this for. Anime's been doing this for a while, but there are kind of like more and more shows I see every season that is just like much more traditional fantasy.
The world and power system isn't just copying off every other power fantasy out there. The protagonist has an eye patch. The violence is gratuitous while being purposeful and setting the tone of the story. You can see the hallmarks of what could have turned into an edgy fantasy: slavery, prostitution. But then you're reminded that anime can actually treat these subjects with the weight that they deserve. It's not always for the faint of heart, but it's the kind of grungy 90s fantasy show anime hasn't seen in a long time. She's got a goddamn eye patch!
Yeah, I see with a lot of dark fantasy shows nowadays, because this wasn't the only kind of like retro feeling fantasy show that came out last year. There was another one which was an isekai, and that was like very retro, like aesthetic. But I think Cleavertes, like that, really had the soul of a good, dark 90s to 80s like fantasy anime that you see back in the day, man. The assassin one, yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. My status as an assassin.
You ever see a new parent and how their eyes light up when talking about their kids? They show you a million photos of the same pose. They brag about the smallest achievement their kid was able to do. You feel a sense of pride.
Oh, I feel glad. I feel bad because I feel like even with this video, a lot of people aren't going to watch Medalist. This year was stacked for sports anime. Like, in just this list alone, there are 2 sports anime. No, there are 3 sports anime in this list alone, man.
I've never felt before towards anything
And
else when they speak.
Medalist was the lowest ranking one, I think.
Feel like. This is a show about ice skating, but it's also a show about role models and the rewards of what being a great role model can get you. Inori is an 11-year-old girl who's been told she's too old to enter the figure skating world. She's shy, insecure, and collects worms for a hobby. This girl is going to get absolutely destroyed in school, but just by finding one person that believes in her,
I'm very, very happy to be able to watch season 2 as well.
She never believed, and you're invited to be a part of that transformation.
Disney Plus, guys, Disney Plus.
Realized characters all around, doing something revolutionary by treating its child characters like normal characters. Because did you know? Children are people too.
Nah.
When you think about it,
Nah.
it's kind of fucked up how much your life
Get your eye
insecurities
patch,
and
boys.
self-image are defined by a few only moments in your life. Maybe
Nah,
a teacher
I'm gonna give
said
Sydney
that you
the
were
eye
dumb,
patch.
and then no one just accepts that as a fact. Or maybe, hypothetically, you were told your hair
Disney
looks
Plus
silly,
getting the
so you
hidden
start
gem shows
spiking it
along
up
with
like
One
fucking
Dance.
Sasuke. Or a friend
I mean, I feel bad because One Dance got clowned on a lot for its dance scenes, but I feel like I really feel like there is a read the manga kind of like show.
Who was able to be set on the correct path because they found the right person, found the right role model, spoke to a part of my younger self that might not have gotten that same opportunity. Every small achievement, every small step they take becomes a collective win. And when they pull through and hit
God,
that
the writing in this
black
is so
rock and the wall
good!
falls, you'll be shedding tears like a proud dad telling the person next to you,
It's the
"That's my
character
kid."
writing.
Yeah, that's my kid.
It's the character writing in Medalist that just shines so brightly. And what I love about it is that like people can make flawed decisions that are 100% understandable. Like one example I can think of in like Medalist that really hit me hard was there's this moment where you have like a overly strict mum. And initially you're like, the mum's overly strict because Asian mum, innit? But like the reason for her mum being like overly strict is like so fucking understandable. And it's because her older sister kind of like tried to be a figure skater and felt the disappointment. And her mum was just so scared for her other daughter to feel that same disappointment that it became like trauma. And there's this like beautiful moment when the mum realizes that she was wrong and and realizes just the potential that she had been like stopping her daughter from like achieving. And just like a moment like that where you have a character that made a flawed decision, but it doesn't come out of like any malice, but it comes out of just being a fucking human being and being a fucking parent. And I just thought seeing that transformation and seeing her mum believe in her kid for the right reasons and for a very understandable reason was just such a human moment and human experience. And Medalist is full of that stuff.
Horror is one of those genres anime rarely gets right. On one hand, I think the medium makes it
This
harder
was
to
the
get genuine
Uzumaki-
scares compared to its live-action counterparts.
This was
But
the
then one
Uzumaki
thing
adaptation
you
we
get a promising
deserved.
project like Uzumaki that took a bit too much inspiration from its source material and spiraled its own production into madness. I was beginning to lose faith, but thankfully the summer Hikaru died not only restored that, but has set the bar of how anime can achieve horror of the highest quality. So you may be wondering, what's so different about this one?
He's gay, but he has a special connection to classical music. There's many things that are interesting about him.
I'd heard so many great things about this manga, but I watched the anime knowing nothing about
Surprised you mentioned this. Don't remember you mentioning it much.
So did they. And within the first
I mean, a lot of shows I watched at the end of the year. This was one of them, because at the end of every year, I go on like a binge watch of different shows that I could have missed.
It's not about jump scares. It's the
and this one's one of them. Cygames Pictures. Cygames Pictures had a big 2025, man.
Hair on the back of your neck stand. Atmosphere is why this is a masterclass of animated horror. Behind all that, though, is a succinct exploration of grief and love between two bros that is 100%, undeniably, categorically platonic.
So gross. So good.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
I mean, just look at this man. He's so...
I could have kept going with that. That scene was like the most, hey, yo, what? Because I think after that, he literally has the line, I feel something flowing inside of me. And I'm just like, oh my God. Oh my God. Brother, what?
Straight, he's about to have sex with another man, so he knows what the woman he goes on dates with will feel like. Because you know, when you have a Lovecraftian nightmare creature wearing the skin of your dead friends, you first gotta figure out so many things. What is it? Is it dangerous? Does it come in peace? Or just you?
You know, maybe Michael's gay, maybe he's not. He is.
Woo! To Be Hero X! I think I was drunk when I wrote this line. I don't know why I thought this was a good idea.
China
has continually been on the rise in the animation space, and this year it really felt like there was always at least one show per season that stood out in the highly competitive world of animation to be one of the hot shows to watch. And in my eyes, their crowning achievement of 2025 came in the form of To Be Hero X. This is China's own take into the superhero genre that asks the question, what would society be like if people could gain superpowers based on the social media?
I'm very guys, stop. Guys, stop trying to start a fucking war, please.
Superpowers as long as you are able to convince the masses to believe in you. Trust is how you gain power.
Stop trying to start the China Civil War, guys.
But the types of powers they get and the life they lead.
It's too late.
A firefighter who saved a young girl from a falling ceiling that went viral, gaining him the power of
Watch Lord of Mysteries yet? Nah, I haven't. I haven't actually. Unfortunately, I never finished Lord of Mysteries.
Thanks to his immovable image. Then there's this guy. He got his powers from a League of Legends chat lobby. The risk with a series like this is that you lack a central protagonist to be able to follow the story through, but it more than makes up for it by being able to explore a multitude of interesting ideas with the premise that they've set up. Not every
How did Lord of Mysteries manage to confuse a Honkai Star Rail lore master? Well, that's simple. One was an animation and one was a video game where you could spend a lot more time existing in the world.
Then there's also Hero X, who has the interesting ability to run through a season's worth of animation budget every time he snaps his fingers. Outside of the unique world setting and power system, this has some of the coolest action sequences I've seen in an animated TV series. And if that still isn't enough for a reason to jump on, watch it because the creator's a pretty cool guy also. I don't know where I heard that one from.
Of course there's a lot of misery, but it is the same misery that is all around us. The trees here are in misery and the birds are in misery. I don't think they sing, they just screech in pain.
Time for depression.
I remember the first time
for depression, man.
Requiem for a Dream, a movie so shockingly powerful that it disturbed me to my core, yet allowed me to experience emotions few pieces of fictions had been able to make me feel. Its message has left an imprint on me that remains to this day and continues to be one of those films I'm glad I experienced but never wanted to watch again. I said exactly the same thing to myself after watching Takopi's original.
I am not going to watch Takopi again anytime soon, man. Anytime soon. This was not a pleasant watch.
This is a straight up horror anime for your emotions. It's about an alien, Takapi, from the planet Happy. All he wants to do is spread smiles and happiness without a single shred of negativity. He's the type of guy who'd hear about a racism problem and try to solve it by running. Now pair him with the Trauma Trio, 3 kids whose collective future therapist bill would equal the GDP of Norway. That's right.
Hey, little buddy, how are you doing? Oh my god! Whoa, 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 whoa!
I want a Takapi. I want a Takapi plushie though.
No time into throwing you into the absolute deep end of emotional trauma.
You want a Takapi plushie?
From there, watching the first episode of Takapi.
You can take mine.
And then the series just continues pounding your emotions into the ground. It presents you with some of the heaviest subjects a child can go through with no filters to help avert your eyes. If I had a nickel for every time one of these kids got whipped by
The
a belt,
Thanos of
I'd have
depression.
0 nickels. Because their parents used the fist. Everyone is an asshole. Everyone is the worst kind of human they can possibly be. Then when you're shown that faint ray of sunlight at the end of the tunnel, your first instinct is to think, oh no. But that's not to say there is no point to all of this suffering. For how despicable some of these actions you witness are, it constantly reminds you that the biggest villains are the parents who failed them. Parental neglect, physical abuse, and worst of all, a law-accurate Asian mum. Each kid is a product of their own toxic environment, and for how suffocatingly pessimistic this show can be, it never devolves into being downright cynical. It's an important reminder of how trauma can be passed on, how the worst environments can shape the worst people, and no matter how hard life can be, nothing is more suffocating than having to deal with it alone. Because in the end, aren't the friends we made, the trauma bonding we did along the way? Wait, is that how it goes?
So, Takapi was like this close, this fucking close to not even making the list. I was like, there was this moment in Takapi when I was like 5 episodes in, and I was like, this ending is either going to like, this ending is going to make or break my opinion of the show, right? This ending is going to make or break my opinion of the show, because I was like, this is all going to come down to what kind of like message are you like, what kind of message are you trying to say? You know, that was basically it, because I was like, okay, this is some of the most like powerful, like really uncomfortable scenes I've seen like depicted in anime, and I'm like, if this is just suffering for like the sake of suffering, which is what I was like fucking terrified of, and I was like, if this is just pure like misery porn and trauma porn for actually like no message, except for just draining the hope out of your eyes, I was just like, I don't think I would like this at all. And I was like so glad when I got to like episode 6, and I was like, oh, okay, thank God. You are kind of like, you are ending it on a message, because I think the biggest thing that made me question it when I was watching it was like, damn, I don't like anyone here. Everyone here is a fucking asshole, man. Everyone here is the most despicable fucking person of all fucking time. And I was like, damn, if this ends and you don't address this shit, damn, I think I'm gonna hate this, man. Except for the big brother, of course. Except for the big brother. And I'm like, if the message of the show is that there is no hope in this world, everything sucks, people sucks, I was like, I think I was like, damn, nah, I don't think I can fuck with this show. But thankfully, I did really vibe with the ending message of the show, which was basically, yeah. Let's just trauma bond together. we can trauma bond together, right, guys? That's
It's our job to help.
The world sucks, but at least we can trauma bond together.
Why don't we just
Oh man,
2026 is now officially the year of the horse, but unfortunately, Uma Musume didn't get that memo because, like your typical gacha gamer, it came a bit early.
I didn't think I was gonna like this as much as I did. I have no fucking regrets putting Uma Musume in 4th. You heard that right. I enjoyed it that much.
This franchise became a global phenomenon. This was the highest I can't be the only one who feels like every day I see something that makes me lose IQ until my last remaining brain cells are stuck there on life support, powering the last bit of sentient thought I have.
They're making one in 2026? Damn. One that's announced so far.
In an era of brain rot, this one gave me pure brain ripe. Apocalypse Hotel is a different kind of slice of life. It has all the hallmarks that make up the genre. A quieter, subdued approach to storytelling, charming characters, a whimsical, bright air that complements its calming atmosphere. And then you keep watching. Okay, maybe there's a bit of brain rot in this.
Yeah, I will say this was this was also one of the funniest shows I watched in 2025. I couldn't really talk about the comedy in this because I kind of like ran out of time. But a lot of the strengths of this is slice of life, but there are some totally fucking unhinged episodes in this as well. like this episode that this clip is from, it is just like unhinged moment after unhinged moment. This is also like one of my favorite episodes of the franchise as well. Does it have a main plot or it's completely episodic? that's hard because it doesn't really have like a main, let's say, goal. You know what I mean? There's not like this shonen, okay, the series is trying to achieve like X thing, but it does have a story that builds on previous episodes, right? So one thing that, is this a spoiler? It's not really a spoiler. One thing that I really, really appreciated about Apocalypse Hotel, and one reason why I've really got invested in this, is you get to see character progression as the series goes on. There is like some definite character development as these characters that you kind of like fall in love with, they grow up, they grow to be like, they have like different life occurrences and different life developments, and it basically just becomes like kind of like a life anime, you know? Because like one thing I will say is that from like one episode to another, since this is the end of the world and the main characters are either like aliens or robots, like you can go from like one episode to the next and like 200 years have passed. And like, you know, fucking centuries have passed between one episode to the other. So you get to see like the progression of like all of these characters as the story goes on.
This one. Doomslayer Tanukis, Power Rangers fighting Kangaroo Thanos, a fucking mech battle in the middle of a desolate cityscape. You can put on an episode and have no idea what kind of unhinged shenanigans you're going to encounter next, but behind the chaos and the laughter, it constantly delivers a story with a heart few series are able to reach. A door-opening robot that fails at opening doors, a hospitality robot with no one left to serve, a hotel that opens to a place with a population of 0. This is a world with no meaning, where characters are forced to find their own. How is it do you find purpose in a place where there is none? Watching this band of lovable misfits allows you to reflect about the purpose you may be missing from your own life. It's a show so hopelessly optimistic, steeped in layers of melancholy. A story set in a bleak place where no hope should be able to be found, yet it still is able to greet you with the warmest smile. Where years, decades, centuries pass in the blink of an eye, characters you love age, move on. All that is familiar around you slowly begins to change, always reminding you that time will continue to move, with or without you. It may be painful, but it's life, and it can be a lot if you let it be. Episode 11 might just be my favorite.
Getting emotional, experiencing this again, man.
That breaks convention. It doesn't try to be entertaining. It doesn't try to tell you everything. It sits you down, shuts out the noise around you, and allows you to just feel. Ending it with a line that made me stop, walk away for a moment, and remind myself that through all the chaos, life can be pretty damn wonderful. This is the kind of magical feeling this show gives you. It doesn't just show you a slice of life, it reminds you what living that life means in the first place.
Yeah. Honestly, so much of the show bangs, and there's so many great episodes. But man, I think episode 11 is my favorite slice of life episode of all time. And I think what makes it works is just like, I don't know, it's hard. It's rare that you finish an episode and you struggle to just find the right words to encapsulate how it made you feel. But it's like, I can't talk about it, how great it was, and then, you know, people are expecting, oh, amazing action, or amazing animation, or amazing, you know, amazing character development or something. And I was just like, damn, this is just one of, I don't know, I'm still trying to find the right words to describe how it made me feel after the episode ended. But when that episode ended, I just like, it made me go outside and just go touch grass, man. It was one of those episodes where I'm just like, damn, man, I just want to appreciate life a bit more. I need to go outside. Yeah, go watch it, man. This show, it's an absolute banger, and it's an experience.
What's this? Supposed to be the end.
Let's fucking go, baby.
Shonen action shows are the lifeblood of the anime industry. They are the most popular, have the most influence, and are very often some of the very first anime we end up watching. It's these shows that help shape the
Employed
younger generation
Deku.
of people, and I certainly can't forget what they instilled into me. As a kid too young to understand anything, I saw heroes fighting against evil to protect the things they stand for. They stood up for those who couldn't, represented all the good in the world.
Can't believe you put mid-hero so high. Damn, can't believe you don't appreciate... Can't believe you don't appreciate this more, man.
It gave me hope. It gave me role models. It taught me about the person I should aspire to be. To me, this is what shonen is meant to be about. This is the shonen I grew up with. This is the shonen I know. And I don't think many shows have distilled that concept down as purely as My Hero Academia has. Regular viewers will know that I've had an up and down relationship with this franchise. I instantly fell in love in season 1.
How many times did you cry watching this final season? Bro, there are just so many like amazing moments in the final season.
But I always kept...
Bro, when that song comes on again, I was like... I couldn't stop, man. Oh my god. God. Bakugo, man.
This final season delivered a spectacle.
Yo, dap up of the fucking century in this season, man.
Worthy of the legacy it will leave. And now that's all over.
You know.
Looking back, I feel like My Hero Academia came out in a strange transitionary period. In a time where its contemporaries were getting darker, getting weirder, getting bloodier. It almost felt like MHA was the squeaky clean, straight-laced student in a classroom of delinquents. And yet, it managed to achieve what so many long-running series have failed to do. For after 10 years of characters, action, drama, and development, it was able to close out standing tall, shouting a clear and concise message for the world to hear that stayed completely true to what it always was. Anyone can be a hero. Anyone should try to be a hero, even if it's just for the people around you. It's hopeful. It's optimistic. It's somewhat maybe cheesy, but it is very My Hero Academia. This may not go down in history as everyone's favorite show, but I will remember it as a testament of what the beating heart of shonen should be. We will always need heroes. We will always need hope. We will always need a story like this. And at the end of this era, I'm glad it was there to remind us one last time.
By the way, I fucking called it. Remember before when I'm like, I bet when I watch the ending of My Hero Academia, I bet I'm gonna think the manga readers overblew it, overblew the hate, and I'm like, I watched it and I'm like, this not only is like, not only are they wrong, I fucking like the ending. The ending, this like whole ending arc of My Hero Academia actually really made me appreciate My Hero Academia for the story that it is and for what it was trying to achieve. And it made me like, for the longest time, I've talked about how, you know, Deku wasn't my favorite shonen protagonist, and even in the world of My Hero Academia, there are characters that I think is more interesting. But after finishing it, I was like, nah, Deku's the right protagonist. He might not be my favorite character in My Hero Academia, but he is definitely the protagonist that My Hero Academia needed. And the thing that I was like confused about the thing that confused me about the complaints about manga readers about the My Hero Academia ending was that I was like, damn, this was such a concise ending that just like conveyed its message so strongly. I was like, how are people like complaining about this? You know, how what are people complaining about? I genuinely like, is it because like fucking Deku didn't get the #1 ranking hero in like the rankings or something? I was like, what what issue do people have with this ending? This ended on such a strong message and on such a succinct note that built up on like the core themes that it had been conveying the entire fucking run. And so many long running shows fail at doing that, you know? So many long running shows fail at keeping its final message being like nice and concise and consistent with what like the show always was. But My Hero Academia fucking achieved that. I was so fucking confused. They thought Deku being quirkless meant unemployment, bro. Maybe it's because I was like, maybe it's because I'm fucking Unk now. But I'm like, yo, my boy growing up and being a fucking reasonable member of society that didn't need like superpowers for him to bring value to society and help like train and help bring up a new generation of people. That's fucking respectable, man. That's a respectable fucking person right there. You know? My boy has responsibilities, and he has my respect, man. He has my respect. I don't know. I couldn't fathom what the hate for this ending was, man. Oh man. But does he have aura? Did he ever have aura? Did he ever have aura? No, in fact, not having aura was the entire fucking point of like Deku, you know? That was the point. He never had the fucking aura of All Might. You know, he never had that aura. The whole point of Deku in the end, which they literally spell it out, was that he made people want to like help him, right? He kind of like lit this fire to kind of like unite people to, instead of like rely on someone else, you know, to he ignited this passion within even normal people to try and be like a better person, to try and be a hero, to try and just help out the person on the streets, you know? That's it. That's it. I don't know. Job application aura. Weakness is his strongest power. That's what I was trying to say. Thank you very much. Yeah, weakness was his power as a hero. As a symbol. All right, now to actual peak.
この世には様々な人がいる。こんなに大勢いるのに誰一人同じ人はいない。そりゃ争いは絶えないでしょ。何度でも
In my line of work, I watch a lot of shows. I remember a lot of shows, but rarely do I have the time to go back and rewatch them. It's only when something truly lingers, a story that grabs hold and follows me, that occupies my mind whenever I have a free moment. That one line that sticks with me not because it was witty or punchy, but because it touched on something deep, something meaningful, something real. I've rewatched Orb on the Movements of the Earth more times this year than any other shows from the past 10 years, and yet I am still as moved, as awestruck, as absolutely mesmerized as the first time I watched it. Why am I telling you all this?
わからない。私の感動を必死に伝えてる。
This was a show that, when half done, I put as fourth on my list.
Every line still hits from this show, man.
When I finished the entire thing, it would become my anime of the decade. That's a big statement, and you may not agree. You may have other shows you prefer. It may not have hit you the same way it hits me, but that is my truth. And for a moment, I wanted to invite you to see what that truth meant. A show like this comes along only a few times in a generation. It is not only one of the most original, beautiful, and nigh on unpredictable series to come out in modern times, but it's one of those stories that has the power to teach you something about yourself. Without preaching, without telling you what's correct, it presents you with profound ideas and helps guide you to find your own answers. Orb is an anime about heliocentrism. It's about proving the Earth moves around the sun, but also it's a story about truth, about people who fight for truth, about the lengths people will go to prove truth, about people who have their truths challenged and respond to it without disrespecting the person that challenged it. An egotistical priest putting his trust in the wisdom of a peasant, a devout believer defending the words of an atheist. The heroes of the story are not the ones who are right, it's the ones who are willing to accept that they could be wrong, who will listen to those that oppose them and try to understand even if they don't necessarily agree. These are the people that embody the human spirit, that together ignite a flame that transcends lifetimes. Every character is memorable, every line powerful, every journey poetic. This is simply one of the most beautiful stories I've ever witnessed. And the more time that has passed since I first finished it, the more times I've rewatched it over this year, the stronger its message has resonated with me as I looked out and saw the world as it is today. Unlike the world of Orb, we live in a time when information is more readily available than it ever has been, and yet truth has never felt so hard to find. Technology that should have allowed us to grow closer has divided us even further. Knowledge is no longer the currency we lack. It's trust. A lack of trust that has eroded the respect we have of our fellow person. Ideas are not built on, they are condensed down, dismantled, and publicly shamed. Everyone is a soldier, enlisted to fight in an ideological war of exchanges, where common ground is no man's land and the winner is decided not by who is more right, but who can prove the other side more wrong. How does anyone navigate the landscape we are currently in? And I think that's why I was just so constantly drawn back to this series. A story like this is the reminder I needed that the world doesn't have to work like this, that progress is made through collaboration, not dissociation, that disagree or not, we are still in this together, in an era that will be shaped by our collective hands. Whether any of us have the right answer or not, it's thanks to this show that I remembered, as long as you can continue to question whether you are right.
不正解は無意味を意味しない。
何かを知るということだ。
指導説を信仰してる。このためにわざわざ生まれてきた。
きっと迷いの中に倫理がある。筆境。それは知性だ。
You won't find the wrong answer. Once again, Orb. Orb is it, man. Orb is it. I saw someone ask if Orb was in my top 10 shows of all time. I think it might be in my top 5. I was having a conversation. With Alan after we finished this video because we basically were just like, yeah, this is like on an editing level. I was like so fucking like my editing team really like blew it out of the park because this was like such a well edited video. But like not only that, like Alan said, like my editor, he told me that he thinks it's such a good video because he was like, I think this is some of the best writing you've done specifically for Orb because little bit of backstory. They really didn't want Orb to be number one. They really didn't want Orb to be number one because initially because I'd already talked about it twice and they fucking hated editing Orb. Because they hated editing Orb as a job because they couldn't stop complaining about how fucking dark it is and how fucking hard it is to make something visually interesting out of it. And they were like, we hate this, stop, can you, like, even my own team were like, can you stop glazing Orb so fucking much? But then Alan told me afterwards, he was like, yeah, like when I was editing it, like your segment on Orb actually like reframed the way I thought about it. And he was like, yeah, like he was like, yeah, you even changed my mind about it. And off camera, you won't stop talking about this show.
And I think when I was writing the segment, the more I thought about it, the more I was like, yeah, sometimes you find a show that just, sometimes you just find a show in the right time in your life, and it goes beyond, like, you know, I've watched enough anime now where there are so many fucking amazing shows, so many like powerful shows, and so many shows that like hit deep, even in this decade. Like Vinland Saga, for example, and fucking Made in Abyss, which I've already talked about. But I think the more I thought about it when I was writing this, the more I was like, yeah, I think Orb to me just found me at the right time in my life, and at the right time within what the world was going through as well. I pretty much summed up why this show hit me so hard and why its messaging hit me so hard in my paragraph. But like, to me, like Vinland Saga, fucking masterpiece, for example. Attack on Titan, fucking amazing. So fucking like, you know, generational show. Made in Abyss 2, oh my god, that show is so fucking powerful. Orb to me was like that rare occurrence of an insanely powerful show coming to me when the messaging couldn't hit harder, you know. Because the reason I rewatched it so many times this year was just because every time I logged online on the internet and just saw just whatever the fuck was going on and the state of the world, I just like, Orb just kept occupying my mind. And the more times I rewatched it, the more times I really fucking just appreciated what it was trying to do and the messaging that it was trying to convey. And yeah, like, it is my anime of the decade. It's going to be difficult for anything to top this in my mind, just because this is a rare case of a show being insanely good and insanely powerful and kind of just like hitting me at the right time in my life. Because you can't always account for that. you can't always account for that. And there are some shows where I appreciate the messaging no matter what. Orb is something that, yeah, like I said, the stars just aligned. Fuck, that was not a pun. Orb is just that one show that was just at the right place at the right time. And yeah, that's it. It is shot up into top 5 favorite shows of all time for me. I love it that much, and it has affected me that much. And whenever I see people arguing, and whenever I see myself in a disagreement, I think about Orb. You know, it's literally just a show that has affected my mentality and affected the way I think IRL. And you can't always put like a price on that. And yeah, that is basically it. That is my best of anime 2025. And I'm insanely proud of this video, and I think my team did a great job. And whether you agreed with it or not, well, I hope that you understand where I'm coming from, because that's all that really matters. I don't need you to agree. Like Orb, I don't need you to agree, but I hope that you at least understand my perspective. You guys should do an updated 3x3 on Trash Taste. Your boys' 3x3 was so updated. You're having shows like Log Horizon in there? Yeah, I mean, Trash Taste has been going on for so long. Trash Taste has been going on for so long that your tastes, our tastes, and we as people have changed within the time that Trash Taste has been going. What was my 3x3 in the trash taste? That's a good question. Gaunt's terrible taste in anime. All right. Let's see this. Let's roast my own 3x3 from 4 years ago. It was only 4 years ago.
Let's check out Gaunt's, shall we?
Okay, let's check out mine.
Jump right into it.
Let's jump right into it.
Let's check out mine and see what you guys see there.
Oh my god.
Okay. Okay. Number one, guys. Number one. Would you be able to tell this is my list? Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. The middle one. You know what? You know what, guys? Funnily enough, the middle one would not be one that changed. There would not be one that would have changed. But there is a reason for that. There is a reason for that, guys. There is a reason for that. And that's because these two shows are the main reason. This can sound so fucking bad. These two shows are the main reason why I met my wife. Okay. There is a personal reason for that. Right? Fate Zero, stay in. One Piece, stay in. Your Name, stay in. Bakano, stay in. The three slots that I would probably rethink are Log Horizon, The Disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya, and The Disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya, and Black Lagoon. Don't you dare change Black Lagoon. Black Lagoon's great, and Revi kind of encapsulates, damn, this chick ruined my fucking taste in women, like, permanently. This was Black Lagoon for my generation was just like this. I can fix her, but do I want to fix her? Yo, this chick is crazy. But what if though? Domestic Girlfriend. Now, Domestic Girlfriend wouldn't make it for the reason that it wasn't the anime that changed me. It was most definitely the manga that had the bigger effect on me. But yes, Orb would definitely be on this list. No doubt about it. Attack on Titan, perhaps, but I'm trying to think about like anime that is like, instead of like the best anime, I'm trying to think of like anime that is like really, really personal to me. Orb, for example, incredibly like there are several shows that I think, you know, could easily make this list in terms of like shows that I really, really fucking love. Frieren, Vinland Saga, Attack on Titan, Mob Psycho, and I think it basically boils down to which one had a more personal effect on me. Obviously, I can put Barn there. You know, there wouldn't be... Of course, I feel like that would be a cop-out, but of course, Barn would obviously be there if I wasn't trying to put a cop-out. Why did I not put A Place Further Than the Universe on this? That was a show that massively affected me as well. Like, A Place Further in the Universe was also a show that I watched right before I moved to Japan. And I think, like, that show had, you know, like I said, sometimes you find the right show in your life. And I watched A Place Further in the Universe right when I was making the decision to do a huge fucking life change and move to Japan. And I'm wondering why I didn't put it on here. Maybe I wasn't thinking about it too deeply. And I think A Place Further in the Universe would definitely be on here. Yes, Solo Leveling. You right. Solo Leveling. Oh, Sunny Boy. Sunny Boy is one I really, really want to rewatch. I wouldn't say that it would make my list. Actually, you know what? Sunny Boy has had a massive effect on me because out of all like the soundtracks, I think out of all of the soundtracks I listen to, I think the Sunny Boy soundtrack is the one that I've listened to the most. Even though I've only watched it once, man. Takopi, no. I mean, Takopi didn't even make the top 2 in my this year's list. God, it's hard with a 3x3. You know what? Maybe One Piece can go out. Maybe one. One Piece is taken up. Yeah. Maybe One Piece can go out. Maybe it can go out. I haven't rewatched it in a while, you know. One Piece, there is no series that younger Gant loves more than One Piece. Maybe older Gant still loves One Piece, but there are maybe other shows that occupy my mind more than One Piece in recent times. You know? Haruhi would probably go as well. Like, a lot of these shows define my younger taste in anime. But do they represent me now? Probably not. Probably not, yeah. I don't feel like One Piece... I mean, I still fucking love One Piece, for example. But I don't think it's the show that represents me the most right now. I maybe would change One Piece with... Fuck, this is hard. Ooh, this is hard. I maybe would change One Piece with Attack on Titan. Maybe. But One Piece is going back on there when it ends, man. One Piece is going right back there when it ends. I was like, damn, the One Piece doesn't represent me now. And then I was just thinking about how when One Piece ends, nah, it's going back. You know what? I'll do this stream later. This is going to require me going through my entire list and really thinking about what represents me as a person. It would be too hard to think about on the fly. Oh, look back as well, brother. Yeah, I would need a Tatsuki Fujimoto representation of my 3x3, wouldn't I? Oh, fuck. Man, it's hard. It's fucking hard. But that is anime talk. Anime talk. Over. It is gaming time. And we are going to finish. I don't even remember the patch. Where am I at in Wuthering Waves? Oh, one thing I will mention that I forgot to mention in my director's commentary. Kind of spoiler, kind of not, for trash taste. We had, I believe, close to an hour-long discussion on My Hero Academia. I think it was a long fucking discussion. Because I'm happy to say that Connor finished all of My Hero Academia. And it's going to be in the next anime club. I'm not going to spoil what we talk about. But we do have a very long discussion on My Hero Academia. Fun anime talk. Yeah, next anime club. Next anime club is going to be the Chainsaw Man movie. They did finally watch Chainsaw Man. Pluribus and My Hero Academia. And I don't know when that's coming out. I'm not sure when that's coming out. It's probably going to be in February. It's not going to be the next one. Yeah. That's going to be coming out sometime. I'm going to guess. We've already had our anime club this month, haven't we? Yeah, it's going to be next month.